on my mom's side of the family, whenever we get together for Christmas or Thanksgiving or even a summer vacation, we always end up playing one specific game together. It's a game that we call May I. May I is a simple game where players try to be the first one to get rid of his or her cards. There are 7 rounds of play where each player must meet a requirement to start getting rid of the cards. For example, in the first round, you must collect 2 books, which are 2 sets of 3 of the same card. Like, for instance, if you have 3 nines and 3 jacks. The requirement gets progressively harder each round. And the may I part of the game comes in whenever someone lays down a card and it's not your turn, but you need that card or want that card. So you say, may I? So the person whose turn it is, if they don't want that card, they say, yes, you may. You pick up that card and another card from the top of the deck. By the way, did I say simple? I think maybe I should have said a game with a long, intricate list of rules that are best learned through experience and enforced ruthlessly. It's always fun to see new people introduced into the game as new people have been welcomed into our family. Mara has been the last one I've seen personally be introduced into this game. So, it's always a process whenever someone new comes into this big family game. Adding new people, you have to kind of let them know and ease them into what's going on. But invariably, as this new person is learning the game, they start to see some things and they start to wonder, so why can't I do that? Well, this seems like a good strategy, or why shouldn't I be able to do this? And I think that's where this extremely polite game can start to get a little nasty. You see, there are a number of unwritten rules that people are not allowed to break, no matter how much sense they might make. The biggest one of these is basically the process of taking a knee in the final hand. You see, there can be someone who is so far ahead that they have such a low score, lowest score wins, that by the final hand, all they have to do is just collect as small a value of cards as they possibly can without ever really playing or paying attention to what the hand is. And by doing that, they assure themselves of winning. But of course, by doing that, they also kindle the fire of my mom's anger, because she does not like to engage in that kind of tomfoolery. Without a doubt, it would be said, but that's not how you play the game. Feelings get hurt, tempers are lost, and what was once a pleasant social family activity turns into a cause for strife. All because of the notion of that's not how you're supposed to act. John said to Jesus, "Teacher, we saw someone casting out demons in your name, and we tried to stop him because he was not following us." The gospel reading for today very much has the disciples concerned with what people are supposed to do or not supposed to do. But before we go too much farther into our gospel reading for today, we must remember what has come before in the Gospel of Mark. One chapter earlier in the Gospel, according to Mark, Jesus had just been telling the disciples and everyone else who was following him what following Jesus is and what it meant, what it was all